All right, guys, welcome back to another week of Cincy Game Hunting, and we are going to start off at a Goodwill. It's on my way to work. I find, random stuff here all the time. Games are kind of hit and miss. I feel it's like they always have like a ton of games on the wall, but it's always stuff that I already got. I've been finding a lot of peripherals here, and they used to have a ton of consoles here. I remember one time I came in here and there was like a GameCube, a Dreamcast, and a PS2 like all lined up together, and I'm like, how does that happen? And but yeah, I've actually found like a complete in box Xbox 360 one time here for like $25. So anyway, I'm rambling. We're gonna hopefully start this week out strong and hopefully have a great week. All right, no games in there today, but as you guys saw in the video, we did find another controller. This one not in as perfect condition as that white one was we found a couple weeks back, but it's still in pretty good shape. Still got all the nubs on the sticks and everything, so not a lot of cleaning needs to be done to this. The battery compartment is clean, so that's the main thing I always worry about with these is the battery compartment, because a lot of times people just leave batteries in these things, and they just leak out battery acid all over the place. So it ended up being $6, as you see there. I think the last one we got was like $4 or $5. So I don't know if they just pricing never makes sense to me on these places. Like it's always all over the place. But like I found a Wii Connect sensors here before, ranging from $5 to $9 to $12 to $19 at times. And it's just all over the place. So I don't know who does the pricing, but whatever it is, I picked up another 360 controller for $6. All right, it was half off games today over at that St. Vincent. Unfortunately, only one game really caught my eye. Technically two, but you saw what happened with the other one. The game we picked up, as you saw in the video, was Facebreaker KO Party. I have played Facebreaker, I believe, on the PS1 back in the day, but I did not know there was a Wii game for this. So it's an EA Sports game or an EA Sports freestyle game. So Don't know much about it. I mean, I'm sure it's just like any other boxing game, but it's more cartoony. So give that a whirl. It's like a $8 to $10 game, nothing special, but picked it up for $1.50 today. All right, so only a couple of games caught my eye, and then I realized when I looked them up that I had them both in the collection. And funny enough, I actually had Nintendo Land twice because I believe I bought it twice for $1 a piece. GameStop always sells it for 99 cents, or at least they used to. I don't know if it's still that price. And Disc Replay actually had it for $1 one time when I grabbed it. So I have 2 copies of Nintendo Land, so I definitely don't need a third, especially for $5. Every game in there is $5, so I didn't need to buy another copy of it. And Ace Combat 5, I realized when I looked that up, I also already had that in the collection, so nothing else of the games was really, perking my interest. But I found a DVD. This is the complete Super Mario Bros. 3 animated series. That's pretty cool. I usually don't pick up DVDs and movies and whatnot, but, it's gaming related. So, picked up Super Mario Bros. 3 on a DVD for $2. All right, quick trip into Hamilton. Don't come up here very often, so I hit up a pawn shop while we were up here. Andrew's peeking in the back, if you can't tell. Picked up 2 DS games. That pawn shop had a ton of console games, but they were all just like the garbage sports games, nothing really special. So I walked over and they had some Genesis games on the floor. They're all sports games. Tecmo Super Bowl's not a bad game to pick up, but it's like Genesis games I think were all $5 a piece, and I don't even have my Genesis anymore, so it's not even worth it. Picked up 2 DS games, like I said though. First one was Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, the Autobots edition. It's like a $5 game. I picked these up for $2.50 a piece, got them 2 for $5. The other one I picked up was Driver Renegade, and this is a game that I've played a lot back on the PS1 back in the day. I've never played this version of it, but like I said, it was $2.50. I think it's like a $10 game, so altogether, $5 for 2 DS games. All right, second week in a row, we walk into a GameStop and ask if there's any Wii U games. Sure enough, they showed me a list, and there were 2 games on that list that I didn't have in the collection. So there weren't any games on the wall. This GameStop keeps all of their Wii U games in a drawer. And that's happening a lot at a bunch of GameStops. They're trying to save space, and they're keeping the older games like stashed away. But yeah, it was 2 Wii U games that I didn't have, and they were both cheap. $9.99 a piece. So if y'all don't know, they actually have a deal where if you buy 4 games that are $9.99 a piece, you get them all for $5 a piece. So I grabbed a couple more games off the wall just to fill out the deal. And all of these didn't cost me a thing because I have so much trade credit saved up here, it's ridiculous. But yeah, it ended up being $20 for 4 games combined. That's pretty sweet. First of all, the PS4 games that I used to fill out the deal, grabbed Micro Machines on the PS4. It's a Codemasters game, and usually they're pretty money when it comes to racing games, but I mean, it's kind of a budget title, so I can't hope for much. But yeah, picked that up for $5, and me and Andrew have a blast playing that one together. We also grabbed Hotel Transylvania 3. Once again, a game that I've never played before, but it's a game that Andrew can play with me, so I always like to grab games that are rated E or E10 so that he can enjoy them too. But here's the Wii U games. First of all, this one's a little sun-faded, but it's a game that I don't see ever. Hot Wheels World's Best Driver. So I'm guessing it was probably a rental copy because, like I said, it's sun-faded on the front. But yeah, picking that up for $5, that's a pretty sweet deal. I mean, this game I think goes complete for about $25. So that's awesome. Never see this game out in the wild, hardly ever. The other one was Wheel of Fortune. And you wouldn't think it'd be worth a lot, but I guess it's going for close to $40. And again, it's another game that I don't ever catch in the wild very often. So to pick that up for $5 as well is pretty awesome. So yeah, 4 games for $20 combined. Gotta love it. All right, as you guys probably saw by the thumbnail, we found 3-cent games. And the crazy thing is, they actually sold them to me. That doesn't happen anymore, from what I've seen. So I think what's going down is, I think anything current gen, or excuse me, like the last gen would be considered now, is like the PS4, the Xbox One, or the Switch, maybe even the 3DS, I'm not sure. If it goes for 3 cents, they're not going to sell them probably. I don't know about the 3-cent thing for the 3DS because I don't have any proof of that yet. But I have tested other games from the generation and they have not sold. But I found games that were older than that. And they didn't have any restriction on them. So yeah, picked up 2 3-cent games. And I also picked up a $5 game. So for $5, I picked up Yokai Watch 2, Bony Spirits. Sure. I've never played a Yokai Watch game, but it was $5, and I always use a Five Below for the original one, which the original one's not worth anything. This is about a $15 game, so I figured it was worth it to give it a try. If it stinks, I'll just trade it and get my money back. So even if it's opened up, I think it still goes for like $13 bucks. So Yokai Watch 2 on the Nintendo 3DS. That was $5. On you saw in the thumbnail, this one, Jeopardy! On the regular DS. And the price tag says $9.96. But it's scanned, as you'll see right here, for 3 cents. Like I said, the only thing I can think of is that these are so old, they're not going to make the effort to send them back to the distributor because they're not going to do anything with them. So, yeah. Awesome to find a DS game for 3 cents. But here's the real big banger. And what happened is, I actually bought these two, and I forgot to go and scan this one. I saw it over in the Xbox case, and you probably saw it too in the video. They had a copy of Call of Duty Modern Warfare Trilogy. And it scanned for 3 cents. Yeah, this is like a $30 game, brand new. Even used, I think it's like a $25 game. But this is awesome. I'm probably gonna keep this and probably sell my PS3 versions that I have of them, or trade them. If you don't sell stuff really. But yeah, this is pretty awesome to grab the 3-pack, the trilogy, for 3 cents. And it was the only 360 game just sitting in the middle of all the Xbox One games. And I was like, I gotta scan that. And I totally forgot to scan it at first. But I went back and scanned it. Y'all don't believe it. The proof is in the pudding. 3-cent games are still sellable at Walmart if they're old enough. All right, guys, last stop of the week, and I thought I'd try to double down and get some more 3-cent games. They weren't having it. I did find some 3-cent games you'll see right here. They were all PS4 games, though, and they were all restricted, and they wouldn't sell them. So they actually offered to let me buy them for whatever the price tag set on them, which is a different thing. They usually don't even let me do that. Another weird thing I found out before I get to the game that I did find, I went to another Walmart earlier in the night, and I talked to an employee, and he says that at their Walmart, they literally just throw them in the incinerator. So they're literally just destroying video games instead of selling them for like $5 or $10. I mean, even if you sold them for $5, you'd still be making some kind of a profit, wouldn't you? Compared to burning them. Oh well. The one game we did find tonight wasn't nothing special, really. Pictionary on the DS. Price tag says $12.96, and it scanned for $1.70. So, not exactly 3 cents, but it was pretty darn close. $1.70 for a DS game, and like I said, this is not an expensive game. It's like $5-6 brand new, so it is what it is. It's a really cheap game, and me and Andrew might be able to play around with this, and I'm sure he'll enjoy it because he loves these little drawing games and stuff like that. So it was worth it for $1.70. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the week, and I appreciate you guys coming out again. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate that so much. If you guys give a chance, drop a like on the video as well. And until next time, keep hunting.